Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, in the company of Lord Byron. So, we're just kind of waiting to make sure that that pirate that we saw last episode is gone, and then we're going to set sail for London. So I think he is. So let's get ourselves... He's down there to the south. So let's get ourselves going north. So basically we're hoping to get back with our 60 hull intact, because every time we have to do repairs, it just sets us back even further, and it means that the chap with the knife becomes a little bit more tempting as well. We certainly don't want to fall into his clutches. So yeah, we're gonna just kind of cut straight as we can to London. So let's go north of Purwell Point. And then angle more to the west. Okay, so... and then hope that we don't run into any megalops on the way. Desperate measures: without fuel, your ship is just an oddly shaped house located somewhere on the sea, I guess. Okay. Yeah, looking at that, we're probably gonna run out of fuel somewhere just beyond Murray Strait, I think. But these are the things we have to do at the moment. Well, we're low on echoes and low on favour as well. Little ships throng the waters here. The crew grow wistful. They swap old stories of Sunless Sea. We draw near to the Cuman Canal, the way to the surface. So I guess if I had have read that the first time, I would have... well, you kind of know where the Cuman Canal is anyway, because I think it's one of the places that doesn't actually move when the map changes. But you know, it's always good to keep an eye on the logbook, just for little tidbits you can see there. So we're in home waters. Okay, but we've run out of fuel. So let's give it a go. Let's try to repurpose. We lost 2 supplies and we gained 1 fuel. Okay, now we can... this 1 fuel should just about get us home, but that's very costly. 2 supplies for 1 fuel is a lot. Especially since we're going to eat before we get back to London and still be building hunger back up. So in effect, we've got less than one supply left now as well. And just this little voyage to London now just seems so long. One good thing is not having the light on is saving us a bit, I guess. Hopefully it's saving us a bit. On the horizon, a sickly yellow light glimmers for a moment and fades. An offer for assistance. yeah, he'll tow us for a fee which you can't pay, but luckily we're just about okay. So we're going to get back. We'll get ourselves, so we got 4 port reports, so we'll get ourselves 4 favor, hopefully 4 favor to the Admiralty, and then if we're lucky we can turn that into between 8 and 12 fuel. Let's dock. Okay, let them do whatever they want to do. Okay, we're back to 50 terror. Okay, let's collect messages. Nothing really. Okay, now first thing to do is to speak to the Admiral, I think. So let's do that. Submit our port reports and watch those echoes fly up. So Hunters Keep 5 echoes. Okay, but we also get a fuel for that. Cumin Canal 5 echoes. Quicker's Haven another 5 echoes. Okay, and another 1 fuel. Demu Island 20 echoes. Okay, then let's leave the Admiralty. Now we're definitely not going to do that, so what can we actually do? Well, we can speak to the Alarming Scholar and sell this for 10 echoes. Okay, and we can sell the Z Story for another 10 echoes. Okay, then let's leave the University. The Merchant. Okay, he has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. Okay, so it's going to be a while before we find anything that he needs, which is unfortunate. Now, let's first of all go to our hold. So all we have is our supplies and our fuel, so that we don't have anything else to sell. Okay, in Renderbite they're always eager for news of the surface, so we could actually use that then. We need more Admiralty favor for that. Let's see if we can speak to him about that though, before we do anything else. Okay. Let's find out if it's real. He scrutinized the chart minutely through a lens. He doesn't, you notice, remove the dark spectacles. It passes muster, he remarks. The usual fee applies. Oh, nice, 250. So I'm glad we did that. So now we're looking a lot healthier. So what else have we got? We got an Invictus token. I'm the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. You are in unforgiving mode with no save slots beside the basic autosave. Yeah, that's true. What else we got? Awakes Apokyan, the blue of memory and brightest coral. Okay. Someone has scrawled in the margin beyond the gate there is a sea more sunless. So is that the which gate is that, I wonder? What else we got then? Memoirs. Beginner's luck, you found something valuable. Once for game, something pleasant will happen. Okay, tale of terror, recall it, then light a candle, light another. The neat bow, a book for children. One page is devoted to each of the colours of the neat, which are not found on the surface. Okay. Okay, looks like that's all we've got in terms of what we can sell. So let's go to shops then. And what are we going? Well, the first thing I want to do, well, what I should have done earlier was pause the game. Okay, and go back to London. Actually, like a fool, I didn't remember to check. Okay, so we're about halfway through our time. Okay. Right, so let's go to shops. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 13 fuel and 11 supplies. Then I'm going to go back to the Admiralty and then see if we can bump this up somewhere around the 18-19 mark. I'd be happy. So there's 16, got success and locked. So 16 and 11, that's a lot healthier than we were looking before. Then let's go to our lodgings. Let's read the morning papers. Okay, and then, oh, it costs 10 echoes. Okay, so we can't do that. So we're going to still have those nightmares. Okay, and what else? So let's see, story. Apologies for a little pause there. I just had to take a phone call. So yeah, we've been very lucky with discovering that chart. And I think I'm probably going to name this episode Top of the Charts because of that, actually. So let's go to our map and plan what we're going to do. So we need to find Guider's Mourn. So we still got this entire area here that we haven't uncovered. So it might be an idea to go up to Venderbite, go to the Salt Lines, Abbey's Rock, Field Haven, and then swing back around this way, or maybe this way even, like just uncover this area and back through Hunter's Keep back to London. Because that way then we, we've got a chance that Guider's Mourn is somewhere in here. It may be somewhere down here, but we're going to give it a try and look in this area. But I also want to go to here to at least have some porta ports to turn in, because we don't want to come back completely empty-handed. And also with our what's it called, vision of the surface or whatever, that's going to be good in Venderbite as well. So let me unpause my timer and let's put that plan into action. So let's unpause the game and set off. So unfortunately in the Salt Lines we still can't take any of the marble from there because we just don't have the echoes for it. Maybe if we had done a minimalistic run where we just got enough fuel and supplies just to get there and back, maybe we could have done it with the echoes that we had, but I'd rather kind of just build ourselves back up gradually rather than just putting everything into like a one-off thing that if it didn't work, then we'd be completely screwed. So let's get ourselves off here. Now I'm just thinking, I was thinking whether we should go to Hunter's Keep first or not, but I'm not sure if it's been long enough since we've actually dined with the sisters, so it's probably best to go to Venderbite first. So let's see, it's almost directly north, so let's not go too far to the west. And we really have been lucky with, just finding things. Oh, yeah, there's luck. Oh, don't kill us. Oh, we missed. Good. Now let's try and get in behind them. And then shoot them. Nice. Misses again, nice. Good. But then we're out of torpedoes, unfortunately. So let's just run for it. Oh, that's not good. Come on. Yeah, so maybe with those smaller guys, 3 torpedoes to sink one of those wouldn't be too bad. So in the future, maybe we'll have to, when we do get some more echoes, maybe we'll have to invest into some of those. Let's stop burning through our fuel at such a furious rate. Get ourselves around here. We didn't take that much damage to our hull. We were lucky that he missed us a couple of times. Okay, let's get in here. Okay, so let's go here first. So let's see, lock with witness. I think this is the one. Yeah. Let's gather gossip first. So we've got a port report. Then let's use this. So to go and speak to him. Z captains, the first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists, but even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. Okay. So we still have to find all of those, but we do have this, which is nice. Let's do this though. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcades of Venderbite. Oh, Silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to Z. So we needed something else, somewhere to end. Okay, and then that's pretty much all we can do here at the moment with that. We can't provide what we promised because we don't have it yet. We just don't have the echoes for it. We could explore Venderbite. Let's try that. Here they favour candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. One building of 3 seems abandoned. Okay, so this one. My lord, I'm a good seaman. I'm yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry. I'll work hard. He seems likely enough, if a little ragged and sorrowful. A raggedy fellow. We took this guy before and I wasn't good, so let's leave him here. Desperate ranting. Eh? You're no true captain to abandon a Z-man so. I wouldn't want to take a berth on your ship if it were the last one out of Ireland. You hear me? You hear me? I did cave slime first. Okay, well, good luck to you, buddy. Okay, now let's set off. And I think, let's see. Yeah, I think once we get to the salt lines, we're probably going to call it an episode. Yeah, I can't remember exactly with that guy, but I just remember it not being good that we took him on last time. Oh, bloody sea bats. Okay, let's head down south then. And we probably run into the pirate again down here. That'd just be our luck. But I think maybe Lord Byron here is going to be a bit more aggressive when he can afford to be. So we certainly we're giving it as good as we got against that guy. We just ran out of stuff to shoot at him, really. Okay, so that kind of was a little bit of a detour, but not too much, because we don't have to go as far north for the salt lines. But when we can afford it, I would like to go back up to either 8 or 10 crew, so that we're traveling a little faster than we are at the moment. But certainly, in terms of legacies, I think for the next, probably the next 2 captains, we will pass on our chart. Because if I had done that this time, then that would have been made things so much easier. And it's the kind of thing that echoes, and like before we had like a better engineership and that kind of stuff, but the chart just can save you so much kind of aimless wandering around, and just make like things like Guider's Moor. And if you said, oh, go to Guider's Moor, and then just go, oh, we know where that is, let's just go straight there. And then as the stories progress, we would have had other areas as well that probably would have been handy to know where they were. Okay, we got the old beetle invading our biscuit again. Let's slow down here and then dock ourselves. Okay. Let's get our port report. Okay, so this one, we could do the salt rights, and then this one we can do the unmakers. So let's do this first. The face of the Northern Sphinx is all but gone. Lost faces are sacred to Salt, they say. You are drawn there, to what end? Salt's voice is distant but clear. Okay, so we got 7 extra terror. We now have an extraordinary implication, which I think is worth a bit of money. Dive from the Sphinx's face down, a clear arc into the Z's chilly darkness. Float there in the quiet until your lungs are bursting, until light blooms behind your eyes. Rise, gasping to the prickle of false stars, the shocked faces of your crew. You've brought something with you. Great. And then we can't talk to the unmakers. So let me first of all pause the game. And then, so right now, we've basically reached the end of this particular episode. So if you have enjoyed, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and perhaps posting a comment. And myself and Lord Byron really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.